You too, Dr. Evette. Okay, today I'm out here in the okra field, and each year I harvest okra for myself to eat. But my family, as you can see, grow a lot of okra so that we can help your family eat. And so I just pick what I like. The bigger stems are not as appealing to me, but I do use those to fry okra. They're perfect for that because you're going to cut them, and then, excuse me, you're going to cut them, and then the smaller pieces I use when I'm just going to do field peas and okras, which my husband loves. And so today you just get to spend this time with me while I'm out here in the okra field. But what I want to point out is that I love flowers, and okra flower really, really pretty. And of course, you know that that's going to become the vegetable when it finishes, but it is such a very pretty yellow with a hint of merlot on the inside. And the pollinators love that inside because you can't see it, but it has like a cauliflower popcorn look on the inside, and that's where they go inside to suck from to pollinate. But okra is, if you don't love it, you should try different dishes to see if you can get yourself into okra, but I absolutely love it. So come go pick okra with me. Here you see me sticking okra down in my bib because I've grabbed so many that I didn't bring the crate with me. But I probably should get me a little cuter basket because I do not fill up that crate. When my family harvests, they do. They fill up several crates because what you're looking at here is just 2 rows, but there are rows and rows and rows of okra. And they do fill up that crate, but I never fill up that crate because I'm only harvesting for myself and my 2 family members that live with me. But you see me sticking them in my bib. Here you see me focusing down at the ground because my cousin and my uncle, they leave so many good pieces of big okra behind. And yes, it's true, the big okra is tough. But for me, the way I measure if it's something that I can use, if the okra is as long as my hand, I can use that. Anything longer than that, that feels tough to the touch, I won't use. But okra that's about as long as my hand and still soft, I take that and cut it and make fried okra. This one here, I would use for an okra stew. Here I'm looking at my shoes because over by the okra field was quite dirty, so I thought I'd show you how dirty my shoes are. Because you know I'm into navy blue and I'm into luxury fashion, and my rain boots mean everything. They're the best I could do when I'm out there in the okra field. And also to protect my legs from snakes. Oh. So here I wanted to show you how this okra might be a little too large, but often you can tell when it's going to be too hard to fry up because it'll have these bruises like this, which shows that it's starting to kind of decay on the inside from being so hard. But this one I'll toss, but the others looked pretty good. So here I'm showing you the different size of the okra. I have the ones that I use for stew, tomato, and okra, which is halfway my hand. These are the baby ones that should be smaller than my finger, and I use those for field peas and okra. And then the larger ones are the ones that should be no bigger than my hand, and I cut those to fry them up. Now it's time to bring the okra in and clean them. I use a half a cup of baking soda to clean the okra, and I start with the smaller okra first because it has to be cleaned, rinsed off, and dried so it can go into the freezer. And then I move on to the okra that I plan to cook fresh for the day. I'm cutting the larger okra so that I can fry them up, and they were quite delicious.